The day, Sunday, February 4th, 1968. The man, Craig Breedlove, holder of the world's land speed record at 600.601 miles per hour. In the 6 seconds it took him to roar through a measured mile on the Bonneville Salt Flats, he became the fastest man on Earth. This is a record of Craig Breedlove's newest assault on the record books, a race against the sun, an attempt to drive a new all-American sports car faster and farther than any light motor vehicle has ever gone in 24 hours. First, weeks of preparation, beefing up the body for safety reasons, but no tampering with integral parts. To win a world's record, the cars have to be stock right off the assembly lines. The finishing touches.
How's that?
The final car inspection by the United States Auto Club officials who must sanction all record attempts. Then a date with destiny on a 5-mile bank track in Texas. A roaring start, and the hundreds of seconds start ticking off. 3 hours and nearly 500 miles later, Breedlove watches as one of his co-drivers, Lee Breedlove, wife, mother of 5, tools the family car around at 157 miles an hour. Craig had set a blistering pace in the cool early hours of the morning, and Lee floors it for 2 solid hours. And in the timing shack, the precision equipment clicks off the miles in milliseconds. 2 new records. Another. And international automobile history is being made.
5-3-1.
Pit stop. Driver change.
You stick right in there. Very good.
Takes over to charge through the long afternoon. At 6 hours and 48 minutes, a big one falls. Another pit stop. Again, Craig takes over. Thunders on. An endurance run is the ultimate punishment for man and the machine. The best and surest way to evaluate an automobile's performance. American Motors engineers are laying it on the line with the cruelest road test an all-new car ever faced. twilight. Night. And still the pace doesn't slow. Another pit stop by floodlights.
Driver change. Record, don't you? You're all going to get it anyway. Hey, Davey. Look, I got the fuel pump ticket. Yeah. Well, it's running beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Lights go out at 10 hours and 20 minutes. A minor part fails. Good attempt and a handful of records for Breedlove and the AMX. But the 12-hour was 6,000 heartbeats away. It's all over. Incredibly, Craig Breedlove does not come in. He stays on the track, driving by instinct, letting the car feel its way along the bank at a fantastic inky black 150 miles an hour. A nightmare lap. Another.
The track, turn the headlights on. Let's go.
Then, with a ring of lights from parked cars along the track, Craig Breedlove races on to capture what must be the most gallant 12-hour record ever won.
Who do you think, he blew or something? Oh.
A well-earned pit stop.
Really, huh? We learned a lot today. Didn't we?
A new electrical connection. An all-over check. Out again.
1139.8.
But he doesn't back off. With the blinding early speed, if the car holds together, they can coast home and finish the 24 hours. But the AMX team is out to bust the car or bust the records wide open. Round and round, hour after hour. At dawn, another pit stop. Minutes away now. Seconds away. One more lap. And then Craig Breedlove roars through the electronic breakers one last time for the biggest one of all.
Way to go.
Box score. A fantastic 3,378 miles in 24 hours at an average speed of over 140 miles an hour. 38 miles an hour over the old record. Every Class C record from 25 kilometers to 24 hours. More than 90 new records, American and international, come to America and American Motors and Craig Breedlove. The AMX has won its colors. When they talk about this one, they'll call it the Texas Takeover.
They're
taking the cars out on the track right now, and Mark Brichot is out there. He's on the pole. Les Gaylord certainly doesn't have the horsepower to handle that big V6, but certainly has excellent braking, has excellent handling. I can tell he's working on his suntan because he's got his sunroof open, right?
That's what it looks like, Ron.
We got Charlie Wynn in the Buick V6 in the second row alongside with Gordon Perkins. Then we got Z again and Jim Weyand and Charlie the Weaver in a great position for a hole shot, right?
That's right. We'll see what Charlie does down this front straight with that Mazda power. But fans will notice that the 4 cars from the closed wheel trophy dash are the last 4 cars on this grid. So they've got 3 other guys to compete with up front this time to get by, as opposed to the way it was in the trophy dash.
Well, we've seen a few of these races out here where sometimes the position hardly ever changes, but we certainly haven't had that kind of racing today. We've had some side-by-side, sideways motoring, Bob.
Well, that's one of the advantages of the oval track format. That's the way the little oval tracks, local tracks run. They put the faster guys at the back, so they have to move up through the slower guys. And that's the way they run here at Second Creek for this Pro Ford and Showroom Stock Challenge. They put the fast guys at the back, so you'll see how they work through the field. Sometimes one of the guys on the front that qualified slower finds some extra speed and provides quite a test for the faster guys coming up from the back.
Well, Bob, they're out there on the pace lap right now. We're looking at our starter. He's got a flag or 2 held up there. We're not quite sure what's going to happen, but we know Charlie the Weaver, and we know Charlie the Weaver is in a position to make a move. Attention in the paddock. They need Dean to open the gate. Attention in the paddock. We need Dean to open the pit gate. Okay, Bob, they're on the main straightaway now. Les Gaylord right up there. Mark Brichot, we got a green flag side by side going into corner 1. Gaylord with a little bit of a lead.
Those guys in the back are having to be careful, and Gaylord gets a little tire smoke going into 1. He's a little wide. Mark Brochu has the lead coming out of 1. Gaylord second, Charlie Wynn third, and there goes Jim Weyand making the move. Look at that move on the back straight. That AMX goes
Charlie the Weaver right after
Charlie.
Charlie
in
the
the
Weaver
dirt.
right in there. We had a lot of dirt down the back straightaway as they were cutting her a little short. Charlie Weaver right after that AMX. He says, that sucker's not going to get away this time.
Well, Charlie...
Oh, chop, chop. Les Gaylord just chopped off the AMX as they went down through the corner.
Charlie Wynn's off the road. Charlie Wynn and that Buick went off the road, and Weyand and Weaver are not taking any prisoners as they go through this field.
Oh, boy. And they've only got 1 prisoner left to try to take, and that's Mark Brichot out there, number 11. He's in the lead. The AMX is second. Charlie Weaver is right on his Thumper. Les Gaylord holding 4th. Gordon Perkins understeering a little bit right off the road, and Z gets by, and Charlie Wynn, who was right up there with the leaders a moment ago, is last.
That's right. Going off the road cost you a little time there, and that cost Charlie Wynn a bunch of time. We've got Mark Brochu in the lead still. Jim Weyand is breathing down his tailpipe. Charlie Weaver is 3rd place. These two go. Oh, Charlie's off in the dirt a little bit. He catches it and gets back on. He's lost a little ground to Jim Weyand, so he could have his trouble. Here goes Jim Weyand. He's taking the lead down the front straight on the first lap.
Hello,
there he goes.
They're side by side.
Jim Weyand takes the lead in that AMX, and Charlie Weaver is right in there.
Bob, I hope the rest of the autocrossers don't hear about what this guy's doing out here. It could be a little tough at the next race. Here's Charlie Weaver, not ever lost a race this year. And boy, all of a sudden they're beating him up. What do you think about that?
Well, Charlie Weaver just got shut off on the back straight by Mark Brochu, so he's losing a little ground to Jim Weyand there. He needs to get by that Chevy Citation so he can challenge up there in the lead. Jim Weyand's coming through. He's still got a significant lead there. Charlie Weaver makes the move inside up at the 88th turn and gets by Mark Brochu, so he'll be catching up to Jim Weyand. Maybe. We'll see. Here they come in the spectator hook. See who has the best brakes. We got that heavy AMX trying to slow down. Charlie catches up in that lighter Mazda. See what the power difference is coming out here.
Well, as they're going back up by the oil pump there, boy, it doesn't look to me like they're... Oh, we got a car spinning here at the spectator hook. I believe it's the Buick number 4. Was it Charlie Weyand?
That's right, Ron. It was Charlie Weyand. He got a little sideways. He was last place and trying a little too hard to catch up. Got her sideways, and now he's
right on the bumper of the AMX. Looked for a move at the end of the straight.
Here they come by for the second lap, and Charlie Weaver is following Jim Weyand into turn 1. Mark Brochu is still 3rd. Z is still 4th. Gordon Perkins is 5th. Les Gaylord has dropped to 6th place in that Honda. Here comes Charlie Wynn after those 2 off-course excursions. He's lost quite a bit of ground, and he goes
Bob,
through
I
turn
have
1.
some information here. Officials of the Sports Car Club of America have just told me that the leader has essentially equaled his qualifying time in the heat of this race, and Weaver's right on his bumper, so I don't know what to tell you about that.
Well, Weaver qualified 2.5 faster than Jim Weyand, and so he should have the advantage, you would think. 2.5, we'll see if he can duplicate that in these races. If Weyand is running identical to his qualifying time, there Weaver tries him inside in the spectator hook. They get a little squirrely, and Weyand takes off. He's still got the lead. Mark Brochu is now being challenged for 3rd place by Z Stejkala in the Saab 99, and Gordon Perkins is now 5th. Weyand still has the lead coming into turn 7, and Charlie the Weaver is still on his tail. We'll see how they do coming down this front straight. Charlie, last time he went off the road up there and lost some ground, so maybe this time he'll be able to challenge.
Well, Bob, it's halfway through the race, and Weaver looks like he's kind of given up, and he's not making those hard hits on him here. Weaver also looks to be like he's early apexing a little bit, and that usually is a sign of an understeering car and driving over the white lines at Indianapolis or something, right?
Yeah, it looks that way. He might have his handling problems, but he's sticking with Jim Weyand. Weyand was able to get by him in the trophy dash, and we'll see if Weaver can pull the same move the other way.
It's Weaver, Weaver on the inside. The AMX is off the road and in the dirt. Can you spot it down there, Bob?
Yeah, Weyand got sideways coming off the 88th turn. Down there at the south end of the track, got completely out in the dirt, put his car sideways. Weaver made the move inside.
Weaver was sideways and almost lost it coming through there.
But he still got at the lead, and Weyand will be trying hard to catch back up. Charlie Weaver comes through the spectator hook. Jim Weyand is now 2nd in the red, white, and blue AMX. Weyand is off the road a little bit again. He seems to have his own handling problems. He's getting a little squirrely out there.
Do you think it's the heat on the tires? Do you think we're starting to see a little of that?
Well,
several of the cars are getting a little squirmy out there.
Well, these cars weigh a lot, Ron, compared to the Formula Fords. And that AMX is probably the heaviest car out there. He puts a lot more pressure on his tires, on his brakes, coming into the fast turns, putting on the brakes, gets the tires overheated. That could be why Jim Weyand is having problems right now.
Ice down in the toe as Z comes up inside. Number 11, Mark Brochu. Gordon Perkins is close at hand, and we got a heck of a race going on for 3rd.
Good race for 3rd. Here they come side by side. 3 of them. Gordon Perkins is trying to make his move inside. Z has got him. Z takes 3rd place. The Saab 99 takes 3rd place from Mark Brochu, and Gordon Perkins is trying.
The front-wheel drive race back there.
That's for sure. 3 front-wheel drive cars, 2 Citations and a Saab. Chevy Citations and a Saab 99, and the Saab, the yellow and blue Saab, has passed into 3rd. Looks to be taken off a little bit. The 2 Citations might have a battle here for 4th place. Where's our leader, Ron? How's he doing?
Well, our leader is still Charlie the Weaver, and he has stretched out what looks to me like about a 150-yard lead. And Weyand is still hanging in there, but he looks like he is not attacking the racetrack quite as hard as he was.
Looks like
he may have just decided to let Weaver have a heat race and save it for the main, or else he's trying to cool off his tires, one of the two.
I'd say he's probably trying to cool off his tires, Ron. He looked like he might have got him overheated fending off Charlie the Weaver there. That red, white, and blue AMX is still in 2nd place, but he's not catching up to Charlie Weaver,
Well,
it doesn't
Bob,
look
the
like.
reason he's not catching up to Charlie Weaver is Charlie Weaver's been turning 29s here for the
Okay.
last 2 or 3 laps.
That explains
That
it.
explains it all.
Charlie Weaver's getting down to his qualifying time. Jim Weyand will have to go significantly faster than he qualified to make a move on Charlie Weaver. Charlie's got his Mazda is backfiring coming into turn 1. You see that fire out the exhaust pipe from that rotary engine. He's got it revved up coming up the back straight. And it looks like we might be, we're on the last lap here, it looks like. Charlie Weaver is going to take a win if he can keep it on the road for the rest of this last lap.
Well, the citations were side by side when they went into corner 1. Gordon Perkins was making a move on Mark Peugeot. It's still Mark holding on, number 11 over 42.
Well, Ron, I can see we're going to have some frenetic action here in the final race when you get all these cars out here on the track. Charlie and Jim are going to have to start from the back of that group and work through all these slower ones. It's going to be real exciting. Right now, Charlie has got a significant lead, and it looks like he'll win this race. Jim, it looks like he is settled for second in that AMX. We've still got the Saab in third place and the 2 citations. Keep your eye on them, folks. They're on the back straight.
They're not settled yet, Bob. They're still arguing about it.
They're arguing about 4th place over there. Keep your eye on them, folks. The black one in 5th place and the brown one in 4th place. See who wins that race. That's Mark Brochu in number 11, Gordon Perkins in number 42.